Good morning on what is a cool, grey and cloudy day. It is Tuesday the 8th of August. I've got a nice hot cup of tea. And if not a book to unbox, certainly one to unpackage and unwrap, this is the Big Book of BattleMats, rooms, vaults and chambers, battle maps for tabletop role-playing, ideal for heists and other exciting encounters. This is published by Loke BattleMats, and I've done unboxings and reviews of other books in this from them, and they're all fantastic maps. Essentially, the big battle maps are really good. You get a pair of those, and they're all themed, so you can make up essentially quite large connected areas of battle maps using them. So, open and roll, 60 wipe clean RPG map pages. Attention adventurers, a book of detailed maps of fantasy interiors for tabletop role-playing, perfect for heists, capers and other shenanigans. These engaging maps feature inspiring designs, from manor houses and taverns to dungeon vaults and magical schools. Our beautiful maps are ideal for planning and running a huge range of immersive encounters. Okay, and they're wet, dry, market compatible, adaptable and reusable, have a 1 inch grid throughout, and perfect for any fantasy RPG. So it's over to you, roll for initiative. Now, essentially, they're all done at a scale of 1 inch equals 5 feet, and whilst it says it is 5e compatible on the back, don't let that put you off, because essentially these maps, like all the maps in the range from like BattleMats, are language agnostic, system agnostic. Now, like the other books that I've done unboxings of, this one comes courtesy of my friend Neve, who is letting me borrow this book to review and unbox. So thank you very much to her, much appreciated. Let's get this open and find out what we've got inside. Now, we've got some idea from on the back, because Loke BattleMats always does a nice breakdown of what's in the book on the back cover, as you can see. And when we open up, we have essentially the warehouse area, and then an open area. That could be a warehouse, that could be something. None of these are labeled. I mean, they could be inns as well, or taverns. More likely taverns. We have some kind of essentially work area, and we've got cells there, say for students or monks. And quite big library. So in some cases, these maps also, you've got double maps here as well, so you can use that on its own, or you've got a wider area, so you've got like an office, a head librarian, and then some workbenches, or essentially some tables where someone can study, and then you've got the shelves over there, or you can use that sort of like as a work area, or just, and that's a library. And it's all a bit like that. Similarly, you have almost like a temple area, but with acolytes, tables for acolytes. I mean, how you use these is up to you. Warehouse. So you've got like an open area in the warehouse. Then you've got the stacks of crates and boxes on the other side. Use those together or separately. I mean, they both work like that. And once you've got these, it is a case of kind of remembering where everything is. You've got an even bigger kind of warehouse area there. So what you could do, I mean, if you actually had a couple of volumes of this, you could sort of connect that. To that, say that's the upper floor area. That's what we've got in between. We've got like a sewer area, which is very Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay. If you're not playing Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay and the adventure doesn't go down a sewer, So we get down underground, or it could be inside a temple. Okay. I've got like a theatre. Just flip this over. Could that be a sauna? I don't know. Possibly. We've got like a, maybe that's a or a retreat with individual pools and a so on. So that this sort of lends itself, to you could use that in any role-playing game actually. Some of these really can. So I mean, these are there is obviously it's 5e compatible, so it's designed to be with a fantasy setting, but that would work in a modern setting as well, as would the warehouses. But, make this a spa, for example. And so you're just looking through this and looking, and you go, oh, what can I use this for? So just a couple of pages here that do not, because they're plastic coated, they kind of stick together. And here we've got the, either that's the entrance to a grand museum with a dinosaur skeleton there, or perhaps that's this is where the villain of your piece is handling a grand soiree at his mansion, and he happens to have a dinosaur and some other items on display. He could be showing off his collection. And then we have slightly more intimate sort of locations. It's basically someone's sort of like, I don't know, study living room, or a big bedroom there. That's quite a large bedroom. And I'm thinking, oh, look at that! Look at all that shelf space that's being wasted. And then we get onto, say, underground, proper, not quite a dungeon, I suppose, but it could be. But perhaps, this is down in the basement where something is going on, and there's a crack in the earth. And a ruined house, or a ruined, basically, it could be a ruined floor. Perhaps, you've got that downstairs location with the bedroom and the sitting room for your villain, and upstairs this is where he sort of like, this is the abandoned part of his mansion, or one he hasn't got around to, redecorating and repairing and so on. I've got some basically like workspace, office space, something like that. More of a. And here we've actually got sort of like a proper kind of dungeon area. So you've got tunnels where clearly something was broken into this room. Perhaps that's part of a cellar or something. There we go. And then looks to be like a martial club of some kind. You've got the cross swords there. All those implements on the tables and the weapons on that table. So yeah, I mean that could be Warriors Guild, for example. And a similar thing, but here this is for magicians. I mean, so perhaps a Wizards Guild, or part of a wizard school. And so yeah, you take these. You could actually sort of like take this and build a series of encounters through it. Come up with this story, connect the locations and sort of the locations and through your plot and your story, and come up with an adventure. So summoning circle or portals are somewhere. More of a proper bar, and then we've got like gaming tables, so a gambling den. And then partially flooded dungeon, I think, or buildings. Sail location, then somewhere protected by a wall of fire. Pool, and then a vault, piles of gold, protected by some kind of, you've got key symbol and even a skull there, protecting the entrance to the vault. Go on, just banqueting table. Fire pits and blasted area, and at the end we've got a couple of plain locations. So the thing is, so these are all at wet dry mark compatible, so you can write on, white off. Also, you know, because it's plastic, you can amend these using stickers of your choice. So this is quite a flexible package, and you know, it's inspiration for you, you know, when you need to build encounters and that sort of thing. So yeah, that's the big book of BattleMats from Loke BattleMats. So first off, I want to thank Neve for lending this to me. Of course, if you've enjoyed this unboxing the Nook, then please do click on the like button down below. And if you want to be alerted to yet, or if you've got any comments or feedback, I do appreciate you taking the time to post those. And if you want to be alerted to yet more unboxings than where you will see me out here typically with a box, which I will unbox, and a book or a game, which I will then chat about to the best extent of my knowledge for roughly 10 minutes or so, all of course accompanied by a nice hot cup of tea. Then please do click on the subscribe button down below. Thanks for watching another unboxing the Nook, and we'll be back again soon with another one. Bye for now.